guys, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you enjoy your first time here at my channel. That's so awkward when I do it, just like sitting here looking at a camera. Like if I was talking to someone, I might be like doing something like that, but it's so awkward to just sit here and say that. But anyway, today I am bringing you just kind of a little quick how-to video on how I do my brows. Obviously my brows aren't always perfect, especially like, I mean, even today when I was filming this, of course they decided to have like a weird off day, so you know, it happens sometimes, but I wanted to show you guys kind of the technique that I use that gets my brows where I want them to be pretty much every day. I will tell you, mine do have like a mind of their own, so they're kind of all over the place, but this technique is pretty solid and I love how they look. I've been using this for a long time and I've kind of perfected it over the years, so I wanted to bring it to you guys today. So if you want to see how I fleek up my brows, then go ahead and keep watching.
So I'm going to start with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. This has been my go-to brow product for literally like 3 years now, so pretty foolproof as far as I am concerned. And then I'm going to take her number 12 brush, I believe it is. The number always rubs off before I can film a video and tell you guys which one it is, but I'm pretty sure it's the 12. It's just a full-size dual-ended brush. One side is the angled brow brush and one side is her famous spoolie. So I'm going to start by taking the spoolie just through my brows and brushing all the hairs out. And then I'm going to take the regular brush end and I'm going to be dipping it into the pomade. Now what I like to do is kind of gently dab it, and then I like to wipe off the sides of the brush to make sure that there's no like chunks of product on the side that could get in the way of me making a really clean line. So as you can see here, I like to start not quite all the way into the inside of my brow at the top, and I do the top line first. I kind of go over that, create my arch since that is the part of my brow that is the most sparse, and then I like to go in with the pointy Q-tips, which are my lifesavers in my brow routine, and I just kind of go through, sometimes I'll use them dry and sometimes I'll use them with a little bit of micellar water on them. It just depends on how messy I made it and how clean I want it to be. And then pretty much the rest of my brow process is just making the little short strokes to make them hair-like and trying to fill in the little areas between the two lines. You know, I made the bottom line here, as you can see. I run the spoolie through it to kind of blend everything, and then I go back over it with the Q-tips. So this is like my whole brow process, and I just keep repeating the steps over and over again because I think that it tends to be very unnatural and very messy if you do it just with the product and don't really clean it up at all. So it can end up in places that it shouldn't be, or you can get a weird shape or something, or at least maybe I'm just not good at working with the products as much, but I find that it can get a little bit messy, so I like to create my brow general shape and then I clean it up with the micellar water and the pointy Q-tips. So this is just me repeating the process literally over and over again until I get the desired effect. Now a step that you really can't forget to do is taking that spoolie and making sure to blend everything out. That's what makes it more natural and it keeps it from being just a chunk of dark stuff on your face. The last thing that I'm going to do is underscore my brows with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So I'm taking a brush and running it kind of along that lower line of my brows, under my arch, and even taking it a little bit in the center. This helps to clean up any mistakes that you might have made, and it also helps to highlight and really lift and define that brow bone. And then with that, the brows are complete. Here's the look with full makeup finished. I love how this looks. I even just use my brows sometimes to make me feel a little more polished and put together, so you can wear it with or without other makeup, but a good polished brow can go a long way.
Alright guys, so that is it for how I do my brows. I really hope that you enjoyed this quick little tutorial. Like I said, it's not super complicated. It's not, I don't know, it's not like a pro thing. It's just what I do for my brows and what I've liked, especially since I do have those gaps up at the top. Obviously I like to use something that's a little bit darker, but if you have like good shaped brows and you just want to work on filling them in and kind of perfecting the shape, then you could totally go for something like a brow wiz or something like that. But I just prefer the dip brow because I have so many gaps in my brows that really need to be completely covered rather than just like, oh, a couple extra little hairs and stuff like that. So that's just something that I wanted to note really quickly. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on what your brow routine looks like. Your girl is always looking for new products, like always. And with that, this video is done. I will see you in the next one. Bye!